I'm standing at what I believe. Now, I could be wrong, but there's an old foundation, which could be the cairn. And, of course, it says on the plaque that the men, the Mormon battalion, had buried their 3 friends into a cairn, which would be something like encased in stone, like you see here. I'll get a close-up look. There's a stone foundation, and then maybe the U.S. Forestry decided to build something over. I did read on a website that they did build something over it, but still, we're missing 3 other plaques. One's a copper plaque, one's a memorial that stands 3 feet high, and there is a sign that explains the history of this area, and I'm not seeing none of it, but you guys get a perspective of this was the area where the Mormon scouts had camped, somewhere within 50 feet of here, and their bodies were found mutilated, which is unusual because the Indians generally would shoot their victims, and these bodies were mutilated. I guess they were, huh?
And buried in a mound.
They were buried in a mound, exactly, which makes it nobody knows who did it. They suspected it was Indians, but nobody knows. The mutilations could have came from a bear, and maybe the Indians found them and buried them. It's not necessarily true that well, they said they found arrows at the mound, but it's not necessarily true. Maybe the arrows, they shot a bear that was mauling these guys. Because the Indian tribes that were up in this region traded with the white man. They were very peaceful, and nobody was at war. The Washoe people were a very peaceful tribe, and they came all the way into the Sierras and
arrows on top of a mound as a sign of respect too.
Yeah, Indian, as Tammy was saying, Indians would put the arrows on a mound as a sign of respect. So we don't know what happened in this area. We're taking EVPs. We're going to come back at night in about 3 months. We're going to hike up here at night because we're going to do a Bigfoot investigation when there's no snow. And then I'm going to take you guys to the springs at night. I'm going to take you to the memorials, and that'll complete our case file for the Tragic Springs area. But anyways, we're going to start heading down. We have to watch our step. It's a long ways down, about 100 feet through thick snow. You step down, you go down 2 feet. That's just the way it is. You're not going to avoid it. Even in April, there's a lot of snow up here. But surprisingly, you know, we've been up here looking around, and Tammy noticed the sign, so at least it's something. It's something, and hopefully Tammy doesn't throw a snowball at me when I'm not looking. You went deer. I can arm myself with one too.
I can hold mine longer because I have gloves on.
Yeah. That's it? You go for my gonads? Serves you right. The rabbit's stuck in the snow. The rabbit's stuck in the snow. And she's going to lose her shoe too. This is Lord Rick.